that a group of businessmen, among them the Mayor of Geelong, Howard Hitchcock, formed the Country Roads Board. Now, after World War One, Howard Hitchcock proposed that a road be built by returned servicemen, the likes of which the world had never seen. It was the longest of its type, and was always, from the outset, built to be practical, but also a tourist attraction. The likes of the Amalfi Coast or the Big Sur. He proposed that they be built by servicemen because of what they'd been through in the First World War, and it would help them integrate back into society. That have shared experiences with other people that serve with, and they can help each other heal from what probably would have been a lot of PTSD that was undiagnosed. A lot of detractors didn't like the idea. They thought, why make these, these poor old diggers build the road? It's going to be a hazardous undertaking. Make prisoners do it. But he was pretty steadfast in his vision for it. So when the First World War ended, he had a military surveyor survey the route from here to Lorne and then Lorne to Apollo Bay. This homestead to the left of us was actually one of the first places they had camps. And they had camps ranging from 30 to 300 men, depending on the section of road that needed to be built. And these camps were very well provisioned for the time. They had everything that's available to them. They had pianos, alcohol, magazines and whatnot. So they had for hunting and fishing in their off time. And they were very well paid, and there was no time schedules on them. They got it done when they got it done, and it was pretty arduous sort of going. It was like dynamite and picking shovels basically. And some of the sections we go through, you'll see pretty much perpendicular rock faces. So unfortunately, there were a few deaths, and there's about 3 or 4 plaques along the way. Both to honour them and to honour Howard Hitchcock, who was the whole push behind the whole thing. So the first section from pretty much where we were at Eastern View to Lorne took 3 years to build, and the section from Lorne to Apollo Bay took a further 10 years. It was paid for and handed over to the state government in 1936, which is when they removed the then toll gate and built the archway a few years later. It still remains to this day I suppose the largest war memorial on the planet, and given the sentiment that is in Australia around Anzac Day, which is only a few weeks away, it's a fairly fitting tribute. And to a large part, Howard Hitchcock's vision for the means of helping each other through did work. Obviously there's, they didn't have the knowledge that they had back then that they had now. So there were some that slipped through the cracks, but it did help them sort of reintegrate from the horrors of war that they'd gone through in the First World War.